CWL at Town Hall 17 demands bases that can handle everything, from root riders to fireball rocket balloons. Today we're looking at the top two Town Hall 17 CWL bases that stood strong under pressure with smart trap setups and defense placements designed to shut down the meta. And we'll be starting off with this base right here with a heavily stacked top right side of the base. We got the Tesla farms up here, lots of traps, the Crusher Mortar for lots of damage, great coverage from the fire spitters in the core. You make them kiss and they can reach a lot of area from the middle of the base, and then another incredibly stacked area on the far left side of the base. Lots of traps again, and trying to trap for that Royal Champion charge as well. We got the Giant Bombs, Tornado, Giga Bomb. Let's jump into some replays and see how it holds up. Now to start things off, we've got the Spirit Walk here with the Dragons. Also, if you're looking for even more CWL bases, WBB does offer great bases at great prices. Our CWL packs are now live. You can check them out in the Discord or on the Patreon, links down below. But let's see how this attack does. That RC is going to charge into all these traps here on the back end of the base. Luckily, she doesn't have to worry about the Fox. She did bring the Phoenix this time, but she's still going to be taking a lot of damage from all these bombs as she makes her way through the back end. But she's going to be able to get a lot of value as well. Takes down the Monolith, making her way to the Gear Tower. Giga Bomb hits her. Now she's taking a big chunk of damage. She still has her ability though. The Tornado's going to grab her. Some bombs are going to continue going off and eventually force that ability. There it is. The ability has gone off. Another invis for the Royal Champion on the back end of the base. Now let's see what he does with the rest of it. The RC goes down to Phoenix. She's going to get whatever else she can manage to pick up down there. Baby Dragon for a little bit of cleanup. Down goes the Royal Champion. And on the top side of the base, we got the Queen with the giant arrow. Looks like Siege Barracks up there to set the funnel as well. We got lots of balloons coming in. There's the Grand Warden, Dragons, and full send from the top left side of the base. Didn't really set a whole lot of a funnel on that right side, but we got a great spread of the Dragons all the way across the base, making their way in. Poison Tower slowing things down a little bit on the left side. They do have that Prince support on the left side as the Wardens on the right side, so that kind of works out to even things up a little bit. Pops the Warden's ability, going to keep a lot of these Dragons safe, keep them protected. The Warden even gets, or not the Warden, but the Prince even gets into that ability as well, keeping him safe. These Ice Golems on defense causing a bit of a headache. We can see the Furnace coming out on defense as well, and these Dragons slowly but surely are being picked away. The last Dragon in the core trying to get this Town Hall down is not going to be able to get it quite taken care of, but the Prince is going to be able to move in and finish that off. In the meantime, the rest of the Dragons are just kind of fizzling out. Sends in one last Dragon on that right side of the base. Must have forgot he had one in the bag there, but there we go. It makes its way in, but that air defense is going to be able to pick it off with no problem. The Prince goes down in the core of the base. The last few Dragons on the back end are fizzling out. This is going to be a nice big defense. Let's move on to the next replay. And here we go with the next replay, jumping in with the Grand Warden. It's going to be Fireball Rocket Balloons, a very popular strategy, especially with some of the competitive players. But let's see how this attack goes. The Warden moving in. Let's see where he's going to send to this Fireball. Try to get as much value as he can out of it. All right, he's got the Rage there, keeping the healers boosted up, keeping the damage on the Warden boosted up. Down goes the Multi-Archer Tower, making his way slowly but surely towards the Monolith here. Grab the gold mine, then move over to the other Multi-Archer Tower. The Skellies are going to hold him up for just a little bit. Going to send in an Archer, try to help pick these away a little bit faster. And there we go. The next Multi-Archer Tower also going down. Here we go with an Invis. And just a short, simple Fireball to the Monolith is going to get that out of the way with the Gear Tower. Okay, nothing too crazy or complicated here with this one. The Warden's going to continue doing his walk. Got a Rocket Balloon on the bottom side of the base, doing a little bit of cleanup. Warden's going to be getting into a bit of damage here, but we'll see how he's able to hold up. Giant Arrow from the Queen in the meantime. A couple of Yetis up there. We got a Log Launcher, Barbarian King coming in. Okay, big hero push from the top side of the base. Warden's still looking decent, but now we got a bunch of CC troops coming out of the Clan Castle. It's going to cause a bit of a headache for the Warden. Drops in the Invis as the defending Royal Champion was going to go over there and take him down. Drops another Rage and an Invis for this Warden, trying to get him through the Fire Spitters. Finally going to be able to work on that after he gets through that defensive CC. But we still have more defensive CC coming over. Drops another Invis to keep this Warden from getting distracted. Keep him on track. Royal Champion, a Rocket Spear from the bottom side of the base. Going to try to get through this Ricochet Cannon. That defending Prince, though, is going to be a big hassle. And look at that. The Royal Champion pretty much immediately going down to Phoenix. The King and the Queen also didn't get very far into the base. The only hero that's really doing a lot of work here is that Grand Warden, as he's still charging right through the middle of the base. Rocket Balloons from the right side, trying to pick up some of these outer defenses. I'm not even sure at this point if he can even get the Town Hall down. He just has the Warden left. But the Warden should have plenty of time to be able to get this down. We got the Baby Dragon coming in to help as well. It's going to help out with some of this damage. and see if he can get this Town Hall down. Looks like he will, so the Town Hall will be secured. However, it's going to be too much base for the Grand Warden on his own to get through, and this is going to be a defense. Let's go ahead and take a look at base number 2. Next up, we'll be taking a look at this base here with the centralized Town Hall with a nice dead space around it. We've also got the traps for the Royal Champion Charge on the left and the right side of the base. Tesla Farm on the top left side of the base to try to make that funnel a little bit trickier. We can jump into some replays and see how the base holds up. Also, don't forget, if you guys want to give these bases a try for yourself, the links are down in the description below, and leave us a comment, let us know how they do. So here we go with the first replay for the second base. This one's going to be a Royal Champion Charge into Root Riders, and they actually have some Super Valkyries in the mix, which is highly unusual, but I guess not the worst possible thing to bring on a Root Rider attack. But first of all, let's see how far the Royal Champion Charge goes. The Fox just about went down to the enemy queen there. As soon as it hits a few traps, it is going to be toast, but the RC's still pushing in. Fox still hanging in there for now, making its way into the bombs, and there we go. The Fox is down. Now let's see how much damage this RC will take before she ends up going down. Let's see, there she goes to ability. The Rocket Spear goes off, and the RC gets absolutely destroyed in that base. He's not able to utilize the Royal Champion's ability. It goes away quickly, and look at all the fire mites that are coming in towards this queen. Can she hit them all? No, she can't. How much damage? Oh, wait, I think the Frosty might have been tanking those fire mites. Now the queen's getting hit, but here we go. Let's see how the push goes. I was hoping to see some defensive action from the fire mites here, but they're a little bit too spread out with all these troops on the bottom side. There we go. We got the Root Riders coming in. We got the Siege Barracks on that left side. He put it straight into that multi-archer tower, so Siege Barracks opens up very quickly. We got more Super Valkyries out of the CC. This guy really likes his Super Valkyries. All right, we got the, oh, look at that. Electro Titan on the right side steals a bunch of these healers. They do go back as the Electro Titan dies. We still have more Fire Mites coming out of the defensive clan castle. And look at all the splash damage. All this damage is coming together on these Root Riders. Does pop the Warden's ability. It's going to keep them alive for the moment. Pushing into the core, drops in the Rage Spell. Going to be able to get through the Town Hall very quickly, and there we go. We still have a bunch of these Super Valkyries moving through. We got the Root Riders pushing in to the very back end of the base. The Overgrowth on the double scatter shot's going to be wearing off shortly, and these Root Riders are making their way away from the scatters. Down goes the Warden. Down goes whatever that was on the bottom side. I'm not even sure. You can see the tiny rages from these Super Valkyries as well. Not very helpful. And then there's the baby dragon, and this is going to be a massive defense. Let's move on to the next replay. And for the last replay of the video, we've got Quad Clone Dragon. So we're going to be cloning up, I would assume, a bunch of Yetis in the core of the base from the blimp. But we also have this big group of dragons moving in. He's just going to full send everything going in right here on the right side of the base. The queen started off on that far right corner. Looks like a super dragon out of the defensive clan castle this time, as well as an ice golem to help slow things down. The monolith popping off, getting some shots on these dragons. The blimp trying to make it in, barely makes it into that town hall compartment. Blimp's gonna get blown back a little bit, but he drops it in, drops in the clones. We got lots of Yetis in the core of the base. They're taking a lot of damage though, and they're going down very quickly. He's going to get such little value out of the Yetis. The clones were essentially wasted here. We still have some dragons left alive on the right side of the base with the Royal Champion. A couple of Yetis still left alive over there as well, but again, they weren't really able to get a whole lot of value because that town hall is so isolated and there's so much damage coming in. They just got absolutely destroyed. A few dragons still left alive. The Royal Champion trying to get through the cannon. She does make it through, but there's just going to be a little too much base left for these couple of dragons and Royal Champion to get through, but she does have the healers, so let's see how far she can get with the healers. That multi-archer tower, however, doing too much damage. Down she goes, and this one's going to be another nice defense. Be sure to check out the WBB socials on screen. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you all next time.